ba 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 boom 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 ba. Microphone check 1 2. What is this? Ba doom 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 doom. Oh, there it is. I just popped up. What's up, guys? How you doing? Literally just jamming out. Just feeling really scrubbish this evening. How's everybody doing? Tonight we're gonna go take a quick look into the Act 6.4 beta, Part 4 of Act 6, the final part of it. I don't know how much stuff we're gonna actually dive into just yet. I know we're gonna do probably a deep dive later this week. I just want to take a look. And also they gave me 20 million gold, so maybe we'll have a little fun. Except it's the version of my game that had almost no tier 1 alpha. Just enough for 1 rank up. And I'd like to rank up someone who may be quite helpful for Act 6.4. So here we go. Let's go check it out. Let's take a quick look at the nodes and the overall map layout. Alright, those are some portals. 9,000 tier 2 alpha. Well, hey. That's a lot of champs to fight. And you got the final Iceman boss. Well, that's fairly lengthy. Check out the global nodes. Jeez. That's an extra 900% health and 600% attack. What's Labyrinth? Is Labyrinth of Legends, is that... I mean, it's... Labyrinth of Legends is like 1.5 million health pool, and then 3 million for the souped up versions, but I don't know. We're about to find out. Another, wait, 600%? Yes. 600% attack. Don't get hit. You're gonna need someone with perfect parries. Sunspot. Otherwise, you're gonna take a ton of block damage. Okay, let's check out these nodes. Vigorous Assault. While the defender has regen buff active, they gain plus 65% attack, and their attacks become unblockable. We've seen that before. We've seen that in a few things. Sharing is caring. Anytime the attacker triggers a regeneration buff or passive effect, the defender gains 100% health the attacker gains from that buff or passive effect. So they basically take your regen. Yeah. What's up, man? Have you taken a dive into this 6.4 at all? It looks pretty beefy. Berserker Barrage. Whenever the attacker is not under the effect of regeneration buff, the defender gains a passive fury every 1 second. Each fury increases the defender attack by 50%, and all removed, the defender gains a regeneration buff. So, Old Man Logan looks like to be the key for something like this. Or X23. Somebody who regens a lot. She doesn't regen a ton, but she regens a little bit. So, I don't know. That looks like an interesting path, and I'm assuming it's the whole thing's the same. And then the next on this side, Do You Bleed? True Strike. That means the only damage they take is bleed damage. They don't take any regular hit damage. Nice. Well, being barely Cavalier means a lot. And then just getting that 6.1 initial clearing means you aren't too far behind for the rest of this stuff. I know every time I look at content like this, it feels overwhelming at first. But then when we start breaking it down, like one node at a time and one fight at a time, if I have to break it down like that, or one lane at a time, plus the boss, that's generally how I do it. And then it becomes a lot easier. How I basically break... So, just to top that off, just to restructure that whole thought and make it seem a little bit more presentable. When I have a new piece of content, how I break it down is I take a look at the overall global nodes, then I break it down per lane, and I also plan around the boss. So, that's it. So it's basically 3 parts. 1, what lane am I going to take? 2, what's the boss look like? And 3, how many units do I have? No, so yeah. And you can do all of this, I'm assuming that someone has to have done all of this without units spent. $1K units to become Cavalier. That's not bad. That's great. That's that tells me that you have a pretty decent roster, and you got enough 5 and 6 stars to do that, and you have a lot of skill. Look, becoming 6.1 Cavalier is not easy, and a lot of folks are not there yet. Redoubled determination. I forgot what this one is. I think the other lane has this. For each debuff, the defender gains 65% attack and power, bleed, poison, and then this is a do you bleed path. Okay, so that's very important. Make sure you read the node. I mean, that one, that's an important mixture, because every time you go to do damage on this fool, he's gonna be doing tons of damage. I mean, tons of power gain. I don't know what you would do for that. I have to think about that for a second. Who can bleed a person and then control their power? I mean, Voodoo can poison them and then you power control. That's an interesting one. That is a pretty vicious node combination. Thermostat. The attacker starts the fight with thermostat value of 10. Landing basic attacks increases the value by 1 for each hit. Blocking an attack or activating a special decreases the value by 2. If the value reaches 0, the attacker is inflicted with cold snap. If the value reaches 20, the attacker is inflicted with incinerate. If either of these are triggered, the thermostat value resets to 10. So you need someone who is cold snap and incinerate immune. My boy Colossus seems to be the way to go there. Sharing is caring. Anytime you get a regeneration buff, they also gain it. Hot and bothered. Defensive ability accuracy is lowered by 80% while under the effects of incinerate. So if I were to do an initial clear, I would absolutely use somebody like Colossus. Colossus could probably fly through all this. Look at this. It's the same link node, so all these nodes are not going to change. There's no local node. It's still crazy health and attack. Man, that looks like a pretty straightforward and easy lane clear. Except for that Vision Arcus. I'm still not good with fighting against him, but I'm not good at fighting really at all, as we've seen. Crossbones was the worst. Becoming Cavalier. You used Symbiote Supreme mostly? Yeah. Symbiote Supreme is pretty good. He's not my favorite. As a matter of fact, I don't use him very much at all. He's mainly just on attack, defense. Let's see. Biohazard. We should all be familiar with Biohazard. You bleed when you hit them, and if you hit into their block, you get poison. Nanoplague is the one against robots. Whenever you get a poison, instead you get shock. So, yeah. Can't bring a lot of Biohazard friendly champions because most of them are robots. When the attacker performs the same action twice in a row, they do not have a falter debuff. And they do not have a falter debuff applied to them from this mode. They have a 100% chance to gain a falter debuff, which causes them to miss their next attack. So if you swipe back and then swipe back, you're gonna miss your next hit. Is that what that says? Is that what's happening? Or if you do a medium light, you have to do a medium light medium, and that's gonna be your full combo. Interesting. That seems like that'd be a pain in the butt. Colorblind. For each champion of the same class on the attacker's team, they suffer 25% degeneration damage, 25% of max health. Over 15 seconds? Yep. Gimme. Whenever the attacker regenerates health, the defender is dealt direct damage equal to 400% of the health gained. But the defender takes 75% less damage from all other sources and is immune to damage over time effects and 200% power gain. Woo! That's a lot. I guess you bring another regen champion. So maybe this is regen friendly. I forgot how long this beta runs for. Maybe we'll just check. We'll just check real quick. Bane, Power Shield, and Limber. That's pretty straightforward. That also seems like another easy lane clear. Because you can work around the Bane transfer, work around the Power Shield, no problem. And Limber, every time I come up with a Limber node, I always treat it as if the champion is actually stun immune. That way I don't have to, in my mind, rely on parrying ever. And if I parry, it's a mistake. It's just out of habit, which happens quite a bit. Okay, let's actually try to clear this. Let's take a look at the Iceman. Let's look at it first. Stun immune, protective shielding, enhanced energy attacks, heal block, and the Matador. The attacker gains 1 bar of power every time the defender activates his special attack. It's the only way. Okay. Whoops. Hey. Wow. Let's put on that. My mother says hi. Isn't that nice? Okay. Let's go back. Forgot to put on that do not disturb, but we just keep it moving. You know what I mean? I'm gonna want a cold snap and frostbite. Whatchamacallit. Right? And then I also want to incinerate immune. The only two I can think of. Those two. The other thing is, I'm gonna bring Void. The other thing is the Iceman. I don't even know who to take for this, the last one. What do I do? We're gonna do a nice little synergy with Colossus. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we just do full Colossus the whole way and just have him be an absolute monster. Okay. We're gonna do this. And we're also gonna check out this monstrous of a health pool right now. It's cool, they turned off energy. That's good. Oh, 200,000, that's not bad, but 13,000 attack. Okay. Let's do a quick and easy tutorial on how to kick some serious butt with my man Corvus. You know what? I'm pretty silly because I can be using full attack boosts right now, and I'm not. This is how I would do this fight in real life. I could probably just cheese a lot of this stuff and just get it down as fast as possible, but with the revives and the boost that they have provided, relatively cheap. But I think that would be doing everyone a disservice. Granted, I probably will be boosted for the initial clear, so maybe we'll do one quick boost. Dang. Sorry for the long fight. I figure if I'm going to use Corvus for that Iceman fight, maybe it would help having the charge. Sabretooth might also be a good solution for this path I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the path with the Cold Snap and Incinerate because I have Colossus and I am seriously thinking about rank 5 that Colossus, man. Just because I laughed so hard when I took him to rank 4. I giggled like a I don't even know how to explain how hard I laughed when I originally took Colossus to rank 4, but who's laughing now? I'm about to take him to rank 5. Oh, snap. Okay, so don't forget, I think it's this one, right? Okay. Double checking. Perfect. We're gonna go into this Venom the Duck fight. And now I'm gonna start boosting up. Just because I do know that I would boost when I do the initial clear. Let's do a 1 hour boost. Big boy mutant boost. Big boy health boost and health and attack combo boost. Okay. Perfect. I'm curious how quickly. So at 50% boost, I should be doing damage that is similar to a rank 5 right now, Old Man Logan. Difference between a rank 3 and a rank 4 5-star champion is roughly 30%. Same thing, the difference between a rank 4 and a rank 5 5-star is also roughly 30%. I got carried away. This is the perfect time to check out his regeneration. But oh man, look at that. You do not want to be taking block hits. I'm seeing from Old Man Logan that it's hard to keep up the Furies. It's gonna be a little unrealistic. I want to test him out a little bit more. I'm still trying to figure out who I want to rank up. It really seems that his regen is not as crazy as some folks led to believe. Wow. How many times have we parried? This special 2 is gonna wreck me, man. Yeah, I totally messed that up. I'm just thinking that when you go in here, first of all, use a champion that you're comfortable with, but you really have to use someone who is good with taking a lot of parries and being sustainable. Captain America Infinity War is one, but a lot of these nodes won't suit him. But just look at this. Look at this crazy block damage. I'm at 58% health. Man. It is very exciting to have Act 6 content coming so soon, man. I was hoping we'd get it this month. Instead we're getting Variant 4, so that's fine. And I've loved the variants except for the first one. Oh, that was stupid. The first variant was not fun at all, and I don't recommend anyone even touch that until, well, right after Black Friday or July 4th, or they just have, like, 2 years from now, rank 5 6 stars. Some of those fights make you want to just lose your mind. Some of those fights were pretty rough. Okay, we're gonna go B. We're gonna do Vision Arcus. Now I haven't fought Vision Arcus since the event quest, really. So this may go good, and it may go well, and it may go pretty poorly. So here's a power equivalent of a, more like a rank 2 6-star unduped Colossus. Because I have 50% attack and health boosted. probably gonna die a ton. Huh. This is great. I wish there was a training ground so I could learn how to fight Vision Arcus. I know he's got a bunch of stuff. Wow, that was pretty light-handed, don't you think? Huh. I would have for sure thought I'd be dead. How about a little unblockable special tomb, my friend? He's got a lot of power gain happening right now. Now I'm dead. I'm gonna use the other champions just to try to get Vision down, and I want to see how the node interacts with someone who is not both Cold Snap and Frostbite immune. Cold Snap and Incinerate immune, sorry. The hot and cold versions of each other. Okay. Come on. So landing basic attacks increases the value by 1 for each hit. Blocking an attack or activating a special attack. So parry. Every parry drops it down to 2. Or drops it down by 2. If it reaches 0, you get the Cold Snap, and if it goes up to 20, you get Incinerate. So basically, play really aggressively, get the Incinerate. Play really defensively, and get the Cold Snap. Right? I have that right? When it reaches 0, you do get a Cold Snap. Okay. So... I'm gonna do... Well, first of all, I'm gonna do Juggernaut, just because I want to see how quickly and slowly, or slowly, that this ramps up. Okay, I see the... I see we have a little charge here, but that's from Vision himself. Look at that Juggernaut putting in work. Dang. Okay. Alright, so I died. I died to regular Cold Snap damage. Or Frostbite charge. Let's try my friend. So if I play too aggressively, I will get the Incinerate. And that will cause me to... That'll cause me to most likely die because... Cold Snap immune, but not Incinerate immune. I can see how you can build up the charges really quickly. Yeah, that makes sense. This guy has a lot less buffs going on, so it'll be a little more easy and straightforward for us to see how it all works. Okay, parry. I guess you could just... You could mess around with this and get it so that you stay in perfect balance, especially with Corvus. Come on, man, throw your thing. So that's plus 2 charges, minus 2 charges. But I want the guy to throw a special. Okay, we're back at 11. So far, I haven't found it necessary to go above the threshold. It's not bad. play it regularly, I will end up with an Incinerate. Okay. Interesting. What's up, Seek and Destroy? Oh man. Hope everything's well with you too, bro. Having a good day? It's Monday. It's Garfield's favorite day. One thing I am definitely curious about. We're gonna take a quick break from this clear just for 1 second. I'm gonna stock up on these. Buy 21. Whoops, not 121. I'm gonna buy 21 of these. And that's it. I'm gonna come over here. I'm curious. This is a totally unrelated to Act 6 question that I had about my roster. What kind of a difference does it make? I'm at SIG 140. If I had that extra 6%, I'm very curious if I will notice a difference. Pop that bad Larry in there real quick. What do I need to do? 48. Clear. 48. How's that for math? Oh man, we got a little connection issue. Okay. So a SIG 200 Corvus Glaive, you get 40% taken off of the cooldown between charges. Oh, and the guy is also now my top champ. The other thing that I really want to do, and if you've been following this this channel at all for the past week or so, you'll know that this has been a dream of mine. But here we go. Yeah, Unit Man. Unit Man is the key to 6.4 and all the other acts. That's my number 3 on my 3 tips on how to clear Act 6.4. Learn the lanes, learn the boss, and bring your units. Alright. Well, this is a dream come true. Grab a little screenshot because this moment I've been waiting for. I brought Colossus up to rank 4. 8, probably about... No, even longer than that. It's been almost a year. Probably about 4 months before we heard that there was a beta for his buff. Thanks to the 2015 gem. And I thought it was so funny I brought my favorite Yellow Jumper Man. Ridiculous rank. I used a ton of resources for this dude. And I even took Winter Soldier down in about, I think it was 600 hits. It was almost a 10-minute fight. It was ridiculous. And now he's pretty clutch. I really like the dude. He's a top tier champion for sure. I could say that. A utility beast for sure. He's even a damage beast. So not only today are we going to press this magical button here and make all my wildest dreams come true, but we're even going to get to play around with him. Oh, wow. Yeah. That was nice. Yeah, I feel so much better now. That was on my mind to be done, and we've now done it. Oh boy. This is gonna take a minute. That's okay. I have the fastest rank up fingers in the West. It's because I'm so excited these ISOs are just gonna fly into him. Look at that. We're already at rank 22. It feels like we just got started. Clear all of that out. Oh, he's just getting powered up by the second. I love it. I have worked so hard to keep my... Oh, that's not going to be very helpful. To keep my finger off that rank up button, and now I finally get to do it. It's nearly 2020, and I finally get to rank up my Colossus to rank 5 as a 5-star champion. What a ridiculous moment in history this is for me. My favorite guy in a onesie. You know, it still feels a little wrong dumping all this ISO into my my friend there, my metal friend. But here we are, and it's just fantastic. Oh, we're getting so close. Look how powerful he is. The craziest wrestling Russian you've ever seen in your life. Sorry, this takes a minute. Usually I slow this down and really enjoy the experience, but we've got stuff to do. Okay, finally, we did it. Look at that. I have a lot of boosts on, so don't look at the numbers. Oh my gosh. Here he is. You thought that was the only thing we were gonna do? No, 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 I am definitely doing this. Yes, yes. What? And if you thought that was the last trick in my bag, sorry, my friends, you were wrong. I'm just enjoying this too much. Come on. Give me your best shot. Well, gotta wait for the Wi-Fi. Even my internet is broken over this. They cannot figure out what I'm doing. My Wi-Fi just said, "Are you serious?" I've heard you talk about this champion for the last 3 years and laugh when you do nothing with him. Yep. If I had elevator music, this would be perfect. Just hanging out, waiting for, what is it? That little Wi-Fi thing to go away. My Wi-Fi is right here, and yet I have that. I think it's the Kabam gods are looking at this and shaking their heads saying, "You, Colossus? Really?" He finally did it. But let's make him not be able to enjoy it very much. And here we are. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is how long the wait felt for me to get my friend Colossus buffed. Yeah, everyone knew it was a mistake. Everyone disliked that. Wow. Yes. Well. Good thing I have created some room for my all of my sig stones. What's 74? How's that quick math? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Sig 200. Oh, I broke the game again. Oh, I broke it again. It's Colossus and his metal huevos. Okay. Look at that. That is a beautiful thing to see. Yep. You can screenshot that for all your viewing pleasures. Now, let's go test him. My favorite thing is I get to go play with this guy now. Okay. It's clobbering time. Is that Colossus? That might be Juggernaut. It's okay. If he doesn't have a catchphrase, we are certainly going to come up with one. Oh yeah, 17,000. That's crazy. It's not how you use Colossus. We have the Old Man Logan synergy, so you can see the fastball where he gets a Fury at the start of the fight. That's not normal unless you have this synergy. This is Act 6.4 Beta Killmonger that is totally teaching me how to play the game. And I'm almost dead from reverberation. 20,000 on a medium. That's crazy. Let's just try a regular old special one. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the best move by Colossus yet. I hit him so hard, I knocked myself out. Oh boy. Alright, let's revive up and try this again. Thanks, Kabam, for gifting me all of these wonderful treats. I appreciate it. Let's show this Killmonger who's boss. Ready? Okay, so I have that fastball synergy where I have a Fury for 20 seconds. I have a crit synergy as well. And that is all, I believe. That's all you need to know. I also have this problem with my thumb where I just, I'm too slow. Okay, throw your special too. And look at that. Even non-critting, we're still doing some damage. We're still having some fun here. Wow. Alright. I think it's worth it. I think it's absolutely worth it. Sorry, Seek and Destroy. I saw that you had some stuff. I wanted to record a video real quick while we did that, because I think it's really hilarious that we did this. You love Iceman? He's your favorite? Well, then rank him up. Blade is my favorite. He happens to be really awesome, but I'm a huge Blade fan outside of Contest of Champions. And he happens to be amazing and still one of the most used champions by me to this day. I cannot stand Corvus. I'm pretty much sick of using Corvus, and I wish I could just use Blade all the time, but he's always in war. So I ranked him up, and I think Colossus is my second favorite, followed by Doctor Strange. Okay, let's get back into this before I reveal all of my secrets and tell everyone how much I absolutely love Rhino. He's so much fun to back up and then fly into the opponent. Okay. That looks sufficient enough. Okay. Just want to make sure, being double sure that nothing has changed. This is very cool. So I do have a boost on. The damage numbers are a little high. But I'm also fairly certain that after I clear this chapter, it'll allow me to get into chapter 2. And then maybe we could do something like we do a chapter a day. look at that. When you do crit, it's amazing. Let's try to parry, heavy, and then the special one. Oh. Whoa. I didn't realize I would stun on my special one. I missed my chance. Look at that. That is so crazy. I'm at 18 on the ups now, and I'm just doing ridiculous damage. And he's not gaining a ton of power. I have a confession to make. After all these who do I rank up things, I'm 99% sure Colossus is one of them, and he gets the Awakening Gem. I love it. That was so cool. It's so much fun using him. Emma Frost, I love. She's absolutely clutch, and if you have her, pay attention to her. But look at this. He destroys this node. Okay. It takes him a minute to ramp some damage up, but I mean, this is a 300,000 health pool, and he's taking chunks out of him like it's nothing. That's just bad. That's just me playing like a ding dong. I'm really good at playing first thing in the morning. That's the best time for me to get on and get into some stuff. Because at nighttime, I just get very tired. Depending on the night. Okay, there it is. Save those sig stones, the skill ones, if you have Blade. Unless you have someone else you can dump them into, like Aegon. That's very beneficial. But if it sounds like you're saving them for Blade, and it helps. His signature stone, his signature ability is turning his power into regen, and for the higher his sig level is, the less amount of power he drains to get the same amount of regen. So you save power. It's good. It's worth it. All right, so 191. Let me clarify. 191,000 Sunspot's health pool. We're just cruising. We're cruising along at a Colossus altitude right now. That was a pilot joke, and I don't like flying. Okay. It looks like I can just spam this and then... Wow. Get the stun and have the possibility of doing ridiculous damage. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. This is Act 6.4, and he is doing crazy stuff. Yes, I did accidentally say cray. I only judge myself a little bit for that. I've been so tempted to rank this dude up. The new Blade movie. Oh man, I know. That's gonna be very cool. Okay, this is a different... Oh boy. Is this Do You Bleed? Okay. Let's... Whoop. Does it say anything? Indestructible recharge. The champ must wait before indestructible activates again. Okay. I just haven't paused the game and read the thing while his indestructible was not working. Okay, stun vulnerability. Aegis intercept. That's new. Read the notes, by the way. Otherwise, you have to quit out. And if it's on your units, you're not gonna like it. One eye open. 100% of the damage dealt by the defender while they are stunned is dealt back to the attacker. Oops. This enemy takes 200% more damage while under the effects of stun. Aegis intercept 1. The defender begins with 1 indestructible charges. Intercepting. So I have to intercept him, which never used to be an actual thing in this game. They realized that the community started calling it what it was. There's no shortcut for lingo in this game, which is crazy. So it sounds like I need to intercept him once and then just stun him and mess him up like there's no tomorrow. And good thing I have my boy. I mean, this lane was made for Colossus. If I'm not mistaken, that was a backdraft intercept. Oh, I get it. Aren't I supposed to take a bunch of damage when I stun him? Maybe that node's not working. I love going through this the way I am, man. It's so carefree. When you do it in beta, it's much nicer. So I can't even tell. Oh, I see what happened there. Okay, so this node is definitely made for Colossus because you have to interrupt his stun to get the crazy fury like that. But if I just parry him and hit him, yeah, I'm gonna end up taking a bunch of damage. Let's try my good friend Corvus out here. It's a backdraft intercept. Okay, that's it. Alright, man, take it easy. Have a good rest of your Monday. If I look totally frightened, it's because it's really bright when I looked up there. Okay, so I get some tier 2 alpha. Not bad. It's a pretty easy way to gain 9,000 tier 2 alpha. Alright, now we're on to Iceman. I don't even want to use Emma Frost, just because I've used her so much. Let's double check these nodes again. Protective shielding, that means he takes only a certain amount of damage. Stun immune, enhanced energy attacks, heal block debuff, and Matador. Every time he activates a special, I gain 1 bar of power. Okay. That's what Matador is. What's this guy's health pool? 500,000. Somewhere in thereabouts. This is good. I'm also very curious how good Colossus will do. Oh, dang. Against somebody who cannot be stopped. Seems like even if you can't parry and do a heavy, which is what I always recommend, or is what I recommend now that he's buffed, you're still gonna gain armor up charges, so you're still gonna have your attack go up. I've got 14 armor up plus. What happens when I throw this? And I missed it. Just about to finish off Iceman. I really want to keep going with my my buddies, Colossus. Here we go. Trying to pay attention to how quickly the damage ramps up. Dang. Well, SP3 into infinity. Nope. I backed up once and I got tagged. Okay. This is not a crazy difficult fight. What I'm looking at is on the screen. On the physical screen in my hands, I keep looking at the armor up charges because not only am I testing how crazy is this Iceman fight, which seems, if you have a cold snap immune or frostbite immune champ, to be a pretty standard 500,000 health pool of an Iceman fight. But I want to keep an eye on my power, and I want to keep an eye on the armor up charges, and how, at a 6200, how long does it take to really ramp my damage up without stunning? We are getting incredibly close to the end here. Oops. Thought I was gonna come in super clutch. Nope. Can only be so lucky. 27,000 left? No problem. We got this. Okay. Here we go. And I enter into this crazy fight. I can say that he's still worth it even if you can't parry, because his damage seems to be pretty good. Granted, I am boosted up, but he's still doing pretty good damage. Very good damage. Alright. I get 1 gold. These are the real rewards when you finish. Just kidding. You get 1 gold. That's it. Okay. Not bad. It still shows that that's locked. Okay. So it's just the 1 quest. Maybe the 1 quest has all of this one Iceman quest has all the nodes in it, maybe. All the new nodes and all the different node mixtures. I will say, if we're going to do an overall thought, my overall first impression is that none of this seems too out of the realm of possible, and none of it seems too BS, except there might be a couple of fights. I didn't check out every single fight. So, the one fight that I saw that we just did was this Luke Cage that has a local node on it. I don't know how these other local node fights are. Maybe they're really ridiculous. But the Link node matchups that looked really crazy was this Do You Bleed one. And that's whenever the defender gets a bleed or any sort of debuff, they gain a bunch of power, and the only way that they take damage is if you bleed them. So, unless I just can't think of a champion that has power, control, and bleed. Is there one? I don't know. Will someone throw that up in chat if there's one? Maybe I'm just blanking because it's late on a Monday. But, yeah, everything else looks okay. This is a straightforward lane. Bane and power gain, power shield. This new Gimme node looks okay. It's plays around with your damage output and regen. This is another one, just to go right across to the bottom. This is another... Where's the regen? Vigorous Assault, Sharing is Caring. This is another one that plays around with regen. It seems fairly straightforward. And this Biohazard is okay. That Tunnel Vision node is a little weird. You can't do more than the same action twice, otherwise you'll miss. That seems to be like a giant pain. And I am not a huge fan of that node. Because I think I remember watching someone try to clear some content, and they would dash back twice, and then they couldn't hit the guy. So, it's any movement. It's not just like do a medium, light, and then you miss. I think it's dash back, and then dash back again to say you're going to bait out a special. Well, then you go back in to hit him, and you miss. That seems like it could be a major pain. That seems like you're fighting a major evade champion, but there's no counter to it. Unless you're using someone like Aegon and just completely shutting the node down if you can. So, well, I don't know. That'll be interesting. We will figure that out as we go, because I definitely want to dive into Act 4 when it comes out. Maybe we'll do a little bit more of this tomorrow, plus we have anniversary stuff. But yeah, let's get into it mañana. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Take it easy. Bye.